Have a good day.
25th of February, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
Oh yeah, we got this Rashi over here. Matana delok sivbe hachi. It's about 3/4 of the way down.
Which one do we do now?
The Rashi Dibra Maskil Matana delok sivbe hachi. It's exactly across from where we started the Gemora, with the 2 dots, where it says Gufa Amar Shmuel.
Yeah, a matana that's not written in it, hachi, is this. She'ein Adam mikabel love. A person that is, we did this, a guarantee, ma'ashahu notain, what he gives. A gift, he doesn't have to write a guarantee on. This is giving it.
Yeah, so the Makabala of Achrayis, Mashu Notem, right? Right, it's not done. It's not done. A person gives a gift. He says, look, I'm giving the guy a gift. And so he doesn't have a clause of Achrayis in the deed that substantiates the giving of the gift. Okay. So that's what Rav Chia Bar Avin is saying to Rava. According to what you've said, if it doesn't, the proof that that he's responsible is that you see it in the document. So according to you, if you don't see it in the document, for example, in the document of a gift, so so then there would not be any responsibility to there wouldn't be any giving of it. So what does he answer back to that?
What, this hachinami is part of it? This hachinami.
Yeah, hachinami the lo tarif shivcha.
The im notain, if he gives him nichnasim, his properties, the matana, as a gift, lo gabe balchov. The creditor cannot collect the shivcha, the improvements, the shivcha, will since lo chodar al hanotain, because he can't go back on what he's given. He can't return the gift.
Oh, it's working the other way around. I see. We're not saying that he's not responsible. Obviously, he's not responsible if he didn't provide it in the deed. But the point is that we're saying that it's written in the deed is a proof that the Baal Chov would have the right to take it. And here, Rav Chia is saying that since it's not written in the deed of a gift, so that's a proof, according to you, that the Baal Chov would not be allowed to take the value that's improvements. That's the point over here. Very good. Okay. So that's his taina to Rava. And what does Rava answer back to him? We're going to go further in the Gemora now. Amar le
Rav Chia the Bar Avin L'Rava Ella Me'ata, but now Mitana Delo Kasiv Le Hachi, a gift to whom the benefactor does not write this guarantee, Hachi Nami Delo Tarif Shivacha. would the benefactor's creditor not be entitled to seize the improvements? Amar Le, Rava said to Rav Chia, Ein, yes. He would not be able to collect the improvements.
He would not be able to.
Right.
Oh, so we had the question yesterday, what happens if the guy takes it away from him? Where's his compensation? So the answer is, he's not allowed to take it away from him. He may be allowed to, in other words, the Baal Chov, let's say the Baal Chov is owed 100,000. So let's say the property is worth 100,000. That's what it was bought for. Now he's made improvements of 50. So he wouldn't be able to take the 50, the Baal Chov. You'd only be able to take the 100. I mean, even if he was owed 150, that's the point. Obviously, he can't take more than he was owed. Or maybe that's not so obvious either. Okay, well, we won't get into that one. But here we're saying he won't be able to take the improvements, period. The only thing he'd be able to take is the property itself. That would come out according to the proof that Rava is adducing that the Baal Chov has the right altogether to take the shevach, in addition to the value of the karka itself, that it was originally bought by the lokeach.
So you're saying that the Baal Chov can take the property, he just can't take the improvements.
Yeah, the property he can take because he's a Baal Chov, and this property was sold after the Lova borrowed the money. So if there should be a shtar, there should be edim, that the purchaser's got to know that he's buying property which has got a lien on it, because his seller, previous to this sale, he took a loan from a lender.
So the Baal Chov takes the property, which is worth 150, and he has to pay the purchaser 50.
I guess. Yeah.
And then the purchaser has to go to the seller and get the 100.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're up to the next step. What does Rava respond back to Rav Chia bar Avin?
Actually, my English says Rav Chia asks.
That's the step before. That's the taina. That's the claim that he claimed to Rava. Now we want to hear what Rava responds to that claim. Right? Does Rava agree that this would be so?
Well, according to my English, Rav Chia bar Avin said to Rava, that paragraph ends with yes. That is that Rava said yes.
That's what, okay, but we didn't read that yet.
Yeah, I just read that.
That's the last word of where he stopped was yes.
The last word I just read.
Oh, okay.
Now the next thing is Rav Chia asks. So Rav Chia is now asking back to Rava. Rav Chia asked Rava. Rava answered with one word, yes. And now Rav Chia is asking something else.
Yeah.
V'chi yafeh koach matana mi mechar. Is the strength of a gift greater than that of a sale? Amar le, Rava told Rav Chia, Ein yafeh v'yafeh. Yes, it is definitely stronger.
Okay, now what happened over here? Rav Chia bar Avin thought that he was asking a kasha. He's
Right.
saying, according to you, the Baal Chov should not be able to get should not be able to take the shevach. So he says, yeah, right, agreed. So he said, 1 second, that doesn't make any sense because do you see what's happening now? That means that the koach of the person who buys is less than the koach of the person who gets a gift and he doesn't give any money for it. That doesn't make sense. The person that gives money for property, certainly he should have more protection against against getting his land taken away together with the improvements that he makes than a person who gave no money whatsoever. It comes out, according to what you're saying, Rava, a pella, a wondrous thing you're saying. The guy that spent no money, he gets land for $100,000. He makes 50,000 of improvements on it. And then when the creditor comes and takes away the land, so he's got to pay him the guy for 50,000. But the guy who
Just
that paid for the property, he gets it all taken away, including the shevach. Now he's got to go back to his seller and get it all back from him. So Rava says, that's right. That's right. That's the way it works. So he didn't back down at all. And here we got some Rashi over here to read.
Yeah. Well,
We read Hachanami,
yeah.
and now we got V'kiyafa koach matana v'chulei.
Yeah. So is it better the gift, the chulei, and it says bitmia. It's a surprise, and then it says yafa v'yafa. That yafa is better. The devarza in this thing, the kavan, since the lo hadar, he doesn't go back, gabi lay, and pay it lo mafsi. He doesn't lose any. There's no loss at all. The lo afsida lebal chol, the creditor. There's no loss to the creditor. The shlema that is good. The gufa shel kako, the body of the land. Malay, and he says to him, "Amai, why?" These words in parentheses. Zivan Byzantia, that he buys it. Ma'ain Agba Kove, from the one who doesn't collect his debt. About Shivcha, rather, it's the Shivcha. Amalei, what is your loss? I mean, because the property is the same value. How is it any loss? There's no loss in this.
What's going on over here? Okay, so in other words, so since the recipient, he doesn't need to go back to the one that gave him the gift to collect for the loss of the shevach. He can't go back to him for he doesn't need to go back to him for that. He's not going back to him for that because he didn't get that, he didn't lose it because the Baal Chov's not able to take it away from him. So therefore, on that account, we're saying the Baal Chov doesn't that the Baal. Since we see from the contract that doesn't provide for that, so therefore we're saying that the Baal Chov doesn't allowed to collect it. The shevach that the recipient of the gift made in the property doesn't cause any loss to the Baal Chov if he doesn't get it. Because why? Because only the karka, he's only getting the karka, the Baal Chov. Why? Because he could say to the keach like this. Why did you buy it? From where should I get my from where should I get my, what do you call it? From where should I get my debt paid off? You shouldn't have bought this land. That's what he's saying to the lokeach. Sorry, we're saying that the creditor is talking to the lokeach like this. But what's he able to, so that makes sense to us. So that he should be able to take it away. Whereas a lokeach who's able to go and go back to his seller and say, look, the creditor took away my improvements, so he'll get it from so in that case, so he could go and do that. So that's the reason why we're saying that the Baal Chov can collect it from him, the shevach, from the one that purchased it. 2023, at least 10 subsea cables be cut in the... Not so clear. Okay. I have to think about that one. Anyway, okay, so that's where essentially what's Rava doing over here? He's saying it is better. It is superior. The strength of the recipient of the gift, and Rashi's explaining us why. So that's the explanation as best as we have it so far. Okay. So now we go on to Amar Rav Nachman.
Amar Rav Nachman. Ha mat nisa le saye le lamar Shmuel. Let's see. This Brisa supports the master Shmuel. Hahu chavrin mokim la b'milei acharina. But our colleague Huna interprets the brisa as referring to a different case. The Sanya, as we learned in a brisa. Hamocher sadeh lachavero, one who sells a field to his fellow, v'harei he yotzah mitachas yado, and it leaves the purchaser's possession, who gove, when the purchaser collects when he collects he goes to the seller and he says I lost the property, give me the value. He collects it. Gove es hakeren min chasim meshu badim. He collects for the principal from encumbered properties. Ushvach gova mine chasim b'nei chorin, and he collects for the improvements from the properties free of encumbrance. V'huna chavrin, but Huna, our colleague, mokin la b'mile acharina, he interprets the brisa as referring to a different case. Belokeach mi gavlan, when one purchases from a robber.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay, we got some Rashis here. First Rashi is Metzia Lamar Shmuel. Oh, Phil, you got a red mic.
Okay, let's try that again. We said it's a Messiah about Shmuel. It's support for Shmuel. The Baal Chov go at the Sheva, that the creditor can collect the Sheva, the improvements.
Right.
And it's the Hu Gova that he collects, Shalokeach Choser, that the purchaser can go back. The Gova mean Hamocher. He can go back and get it from the seller. Here's a way of getting it back, his money back from the other person. And then it says B'mili Achrina, in another case, B'devar Acher, a different case. And then the end of it was that he was saying, no, my case is Kolokeach Me Gazlan, that he purchased it from a thief. So he says that's the difference. The Nigzal, that the one who was stolen from, Vadai Tarif Shedach, he surely can seize the improvements, because you could say to him, Arai Sheva. It's on me, the improvements of Al Baal Chov, but the creditor, Kol Kama, all the more so, the low tarfa, that he can't seize it. Lav Didei, it's not his. Uberashuto, the Lokeach, and Ashevach, and the improvements are in the domain of the purchaser.
Bachov kol kama the lo tarfala labdi dehu. Yeah, Rishus Lukeach Eshbach. In other words, when in a case of a Goslin that sells property to a Lokeach, the Lokeach is buying property that's it's really owned by the true owner, and the property that he's improving is not his own. He doesn't own it. He didn't buy it because the Goslin who sold it to him didn't have it to sell. So in that case, that's where Rav Huna says that this Bryce is talking that the purchaser goes and gets reimbursement from the seller for shevach, because he holds only in that case does the purchaser need to go and get reimbursed for shevach, because the one that took it away from him is the true owner, and he says to him, I don't have to pay you for it because you just improved my own property. So I'm taking my property with the improvements that you made, and you can go and get reimbursed for the improvements that you made from the guy that sold it to you, that Goslin that stole it from me. But I don't have to give it anything to you for that. Whereas in the case of a Baal Chov, a creditor is coming and saying that he's owed. He's owed. So then Rashi's saying, "Kol kama lo tarfo lo labdidehu." As long as the creditor doesn't come and recover the property, based upon the fact that he's taking it because the one that sold the property to this guy, he owes the creditor money. But in that case, as long as he doesn't come to collect the property, it's not his property, not the property of the Baal Chov. It's the property of the Lokeach. The Lokeach definitely bought it, and the Lokeach definitely owns it. And so when he improves the property before the creditor comes and takes it away from him, that's his property that he's improving. So now, according to Rav Huna, if the creditor would come and take away the shevach, he's going to have to pay. He's going to have to pay the Lokeach himself for that shevach, because that is not because the Lokeach made the improvements on his own property. That's what Rashi's point is over here. Rishusa de Lokeach Eshbach. Okay. So what's happening over here? If you're making a cheshbon over here, why the Gemora is bringing this whole story? The Gemora is pointing out that Rav Nachman is saying that this brisa is going to be a proof to Shmuel. Why? Because the brisa is going to be we understand. Rav Nachman understands the brisa is talking about a case of a Baal Chov coming and recovering the property away from the purchaser, but Rav Huna doesn't agree. He says the brisa is talking about a different case. It's talking about the true owner of the property is coming to take it away from the one who purchased it from a Goslin who didn't own it to sell. So in that case, that's the only case that that Rav Huna says that the purchaser is going to be able to come back and claim the improvements, the shevach from the one that sold it to him. But it's I guess he holds not like Shmuel in the case of where he bought it from somebody that did own the property. So then there's no, he doesn't need to come back and get anything from the seller as far as improvements go, because I guess he got it from the Baal Chov himself. So according to that, Rav Huna argues with Shmuel, and he says that a Baal Chov is not entitled to get the shevach of the property that he's taking away. Okay, good. And that leaves us 1 minute left. Okay, so we'll hold it over here. Bez Hashem, Ili Nishmas. Eliyahu Shlomo ben Fegel Perel. Olav Shalom. Okay. Everybody have a great day.
Have a good day.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.